Y'all, as Christ followers, it's so important to be careful what we watch, bro, what we listen to, and what we do, bro. When we do all these type of things, man, it's not no joke, bro. And when I used to listen to secular music, I used to watch content that desensitized my mind. I wasn't living by the Spirit. I was operating outside of the Holy Spirit. It was like a bad spirit, bro. But then I got cleansed from that, bro. I got purified from that, bro. I got transformed from that, bro. I died to that lifestyle, bro. But you know what? I started living by the Spirit now, bro. I'm actually starting to live by the Spirit because I died from that lifestyle, bro. I live by the Spirit, bro. And how do you live by the Spirit? You actually submit to God. You actually surrender to God, You actually die to that lifestyle. You actually turn away from it, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to hurt, bro. You're not going to want to give it up because it feels too comfortable. But actually, if you're filled with that weather stuff, you're not going to desire that freedom. So you have to actually surrender, and you got to actually, be willing to surrender, because God's willing to purify you. But you have to actually be willing to submit it to him. So actually, you got to be willing to actually die to it. He said, whoever wants to be his disciples must pick up their cross and deny themselves, right? Denying yourself isn't easy. He knows that. But, it's worth it, because he gives you the strength to. That's how I overcame the lust, so I had to turn away from it, had to cut all the stuff that was causing me to fall back into the sin. So, yeah, y'all, I hope this verse helped y'all. God bless y'all.